Good evening, you're now with me, Handy Gui for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak Premier to speak at ASEAN Forum and join Green Economy Panel. Sarawak's Deputy Premier will begin high-level talks in the US on health security and diplomatic ties. On global affairs, covering Gaza is deadly for journalists amid airstrikes and constant threats. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg continues his 5-day working visit in Sydney, Australia today. He's scheduled to deliver a keynote speech during Australia's ASEAN Business Forum and participate in a panel discussion on green economy and energy transition. Razi Ahmad is in Sydney with the details. Over to you.
Thank you, Handy. The Premier of Sarawak, Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, is now in Sydney to continue his official 5-day working visit to Australia that began on Monday in Melbourne. Abang Johari and the Sarawak government delegation, that also includes the Deputy Minister for Energy and Environmental Sustainability, Datuk Dr. Hazlan Hibni, along with the Sarawak State Secretary, Datuk Amar Abu Bakar Marzuki, and all the others arrived at a hotel here in Darling Harbour at around 5 p.m. local time. And they were greeted by the sector head of Environment and Sustainability Development Economic Planning Unit, EPU, Dr. Ko Lip Kun. Tomorrow morning, Abang Johari is scheduled to attend the Australia-ASEAN Business Forum, where he is invited as a guest, keynote speaker, where he will give a talk on the topic of Sarawak, the powerhouse of green economy in ASEAN. After that, he will participate in a panel discussion on green economy and energy transition, along with 5 other panelists who are respected experts and industry leaders from Australia and Thailand. Abang Johari will also witness the signing ceremony of a Memorandum of Understanding between the Australia-Malaysia Business Chamber, AMBC, New South Wales, and the Sarawak Australia Business Chamber, SABC, during a luncheon organized by AMBC. After all that is done, Abang Johari and the delegation will be returning back home to Kuching on Friday. So that's all I have for you at the moment, Handy, and of course we'll keep you posted on tomorrow's events as it goes. I'm Razi Ahmad with videographer Aziz Soleh reporting from Sydney, Australia. Back to you, Handy.
Right, thank you, Razi Ahmad, for the updates. Now, moving on, 5 cooperatives from Sarawak have proudly secured spots in the 2024 Top 100 Cooperative Index in Malaysia, collectively contributing to an impressive total revenue of 93.5 million ringgit. This achievement was announced by Sarawak Deputy Premier, Dr. Amar Awantengah Ali Hassan, during the inaugural meeting of the Sarawak Cooperative Consultative Council for 2024. Tengah said, among those listed are Koperasi Koperkasa Sarawak Berhad, Koperasi Penanam Sawit Mampan Daerah Bau Berhad, Koperasi Al-Bait Sarawak Berhad, Koperasi Sesko Sarawak Berhad, and Koperasi Penanam Sawit Mampan Daerah Tatau Berhad. The Sarawak Cooperative Consultative Council consists of 26 members, including representatives from 10 agencies under the Ministry of Entrepreneur Development and Cooperative (KUSCOP), with the Malaysian Cooperative Commission (SKM) acting as the secretariat, alongside 7 representatives from the cooperative movement and 10 representatives from federal and Sarawak state ministries, departments and agencies. As of December 2023, Sarawak cooperatives recorded a total of 1,190 cooperatives, with a membership exceeding 313,917 individuals. The total revenue generated by these cooperatives amounted to 368.97 million ringgit. Now, Deputy Premier of Sarawak, Dato' Omar Dr. Sim Kui Hian, is scheduled to participate in a series of high-level discussions with counterparts in the United States beginning this Wednesday. Dr. Sim stated that these discussions will focus on strengthening health security and enhancing diplomatic ties between Sarawak and the US. In his latest Facebook posting on Wednesday, Dr. Sim expressed his gratitude to Sarawakian cardiologist Dr. Alan Fong, who is representing Sarawak during a meeting with key U.S. institutions. These discussions include engagement with the United States of States Bureau of Global Health Security and Diplomacy, focusing on Office Infectious and Diseases and Outbreak Response, and the Office of Global Security. Dr. Sim added that the Sarawak government will continue the collaboration with the institution of the American College of Cardiology, ACC. He also described the cooperation as a good start for the state of Sarawak in strengthening the progress of medicine and health. In his visit to Washington, D.C. on Wednesday, Dr. Sim visited two of the National Institute of Health in Bethesda, Maryland. As Sarawak targets generating 10 gigawatts of energy by 2030, the government is exploring the integration of a pumped hydro energy storage (PHES) system as a key component of its energy strategy. Minister of Utility and Telecommunication (MUT) Dr. Sri Julaihi Narawi said PHES operates by using gravity to release water from an upper reservoir, generating electricity when needed by the grid.
Expand Sarawak's renewable energy capacity, Julaihi said his ministry, along with Sarawak Energy, is leading studies and engagements on cascading power sources (CPS), which includes a visit to Australia's Snowy Hydrothermal facility to assess the feasibility of PHES for Sarawak. The delegation, led Julaihi, received briefings on the operational aspects of Tumut, the first major pumped hydro plant in Australia and the largest to date. It recycles water between the Telbingu Reservoir and Junama Pondosh for generation and pumping. The statement further added that the Snowy Mountains hydroelectric scheme comprises 8 hydropower stations, including 2 that are underground. The scheme's 8 power stations, equipped with 33 turbines, have a total generating capacity of 4,100 megawatts, producing an average of 4,500 gigawatt hours of renewable electricity annually.
Sarawak's free education policy will primarily focus on courses in science and technical fields. According to the Minister of Education, Innovation and Talent Development (MEITD), Dr. Sri Roland Sagahuiin, the policy will also extend to vital disciplines such as accounting, law and finance. This strategic approach is designed to support the region's broader economic development goals, ensuring that educational priorities align with Sarawak's evolving needs.
The reason why we do this is that too many people graduate in the social sciences and humanities, and they cannot get a job. So we don't want to send students to universities, they graduate, they come back, they're not going to say thank you because they're jobless. They're going to curse the government. So we don't want that to happen.
He made these remarks at the closing ceremony of the Future Skills for All FS4A program for the Central Zone held at SMK Lanang, Cebu on Wednesday. He emphasized that technical courses related to industry are crucial for Sarawak to meet the skilled labor demands of its emerging sectors, such as hydrogen production and carbon storage. He further explained that this focus is in response to the growing importance of these fields and dismissed the notion that all study areas hold equal significance for Sarawak's future. The theme for this year's National Day and Malaysia Day, Malaysia Madani, Jiwa Merdeka, has been thoughtfully chosen to embody the essence of our nation's unity and liberty. Japan Assemblyman Iskandar Turki highlighted that this theme not only represents the nation's remarkable progress, but also underscores the cohesion and solidarity of our diverse population.
Malaysia Madani Jiwa Merdeka dipilih sebagai tema sambutan Hari Kebangsaan dan Hari Malaysia bagi tahun ini. Tema ini merupakan lambang Kesatuan secara holistik, negara maju dan progresif menaungi rakyat yang berbilang kaum, bersatu hati dan teguh jati dirinya. Jiwa merdeka menzahirkan kebebasan rakyat daripada segala sebarang elemen negatif dalam menginterpretasikan semangat patriotik melalui aspek pemikiran, integrasi sosial dan ekonomi, seterusnya membentuk kesatuan rakyat yang kukuh, harmoni dan progresif.
He made these remarks during the Kembara Merdeka Jalur Gemilang KMJG 2024 event at the Kampong Jepak Primary School, Bintulu on Wednesday. Turkey emphasized that this year's theme clearly highlights the values of unity, freedom and progress, which are fundamental in shaping the country's identity and future. For staying with us. Now, the government will conduct an integrity audit on the entire utility system at Jalan Masjid India, Kuala Lumpur, after the search and rescue operation for the victim of the sinkhole incident in the area is completed. Deputy Prime Minister Dato Sri Fadila Yusof said the inspection is being carried out to ensure public safety and to identify the cause of the subsidence in the affected area.
Pelbagai usaha dah dilaksanakan, sama ada secara, dari segi manusia sendiri yang masuk mencari dalam keadaan yang diizinkan, menggunakan juga teknologi dengan kamera dan pelbagai segala possibilities kemungkinan sudah pun dibuat, termasuklah di dalam orang kata sewer system, pembetongan, sehingga termasuklah sehingga ke IWK punya loji dan sebagainya di pantai dalam. Nampaknya usaha untuk kita mencari ini masih belum berjaya.
He said this during a press conference after visiting the site of the sinkhole incident at Jalan Masjid India today. Fadila said Jalan Masjid India would be temporarily closed to vehicles until the search and rescue SAR operation was completed. Regarding offers from foreign countries to provide expertise for the SAR operation, which was now in its 6th day, Fadila said there was no need for such assistance at the moment, as the national SAR team possessed the necessary expertise, equipment and the latest technology. On to the next update. Sarawak will increase the number of workforce and marine engineering experts, along with the Sarawak government's effort to develop a sustainable economy by 2030. Hence, Deputy Minister of Economy, Dato' Hanifah Hajar Taib, calls on youth in this region to gain knowledge related to modern technology and green economy.
Ia adalah antara kejutaan yang kurang dari segi orang Sarawak mempunyai, tapi bilanya dah laksanakan dari segi kursus tu yang menjangka dalam setahun, dan ia boleh mendapatkan dari segi gaji sehingga seminimal RM10,000. Okey. Jadi kita dapat menggalakkan dari segi anak-anak kita menujukan ke dari segi jurusan tu, insya-Allah ya adalah dari segi pendapatan yang tinggi. Okey. Kita mempunyai sebanyak 3-4 institusi situ dengan insya-Allah dalam tahun 2026 YB Premier telah memaklumkan bahawa siapa yang mempunyai kelayakan boleh mendapatkan dari segi anak Sarawak, kira dari segi kaum ataupun agama, mendapatkan dari segi pembiayaan secara percuma. Bahawa antara orang yang diperlukan untuk melaksanakan kos tu adalah penyelam yang boleh mula kejuruteraan menyambungkan pipe makin sambungan ke pengaliran ke tempat di tempatnya kelak.
She said this at the Minor Rural Project MRP and People Friendly Project PMR grant submission ceremony totaling RM540,000 at the Muka Parliament Service Centre. MRP grants worth RM400,000 were given to 31 village development and safety committees, JKKK, associations, clubs and non-governmental organizations, NGOs, to implement various relevant activities with their members, while PMR grants totaling RM140,000 were given to 4 associations and SURAL for infrastructure repair works and upgrading. The Kuching Urban Transportation System KUTS project is advancing steadily, with construction proceeding without any major disruptions or complaints. Sarawa Metro CEO Masli Mustafa confirmed that despite encountering some challenges, the project remains on track and is progressing according to schedule.
Alhamdulillah, thank God that we are still on track. Tidak ada masalah. Masalah kecil tu memang ada. Cuaca, ya, hujan tiap-tiap hari sekarang ini. Cuaca pun agak luar biasa sekarang. But whatever it is, we able to manage it lah in terms of the progress of the project.
He said this after a briefing on a road safety awareness campaign organised by Sarawak Metro in collaboration with contractors and local authorities held at the KUTS office in Kuching on Wednesday. As the project maintainer, Masli also expressed optimism about implementing the road safety campaign to raise awareness among road users regarding the ongoing project. He emphasized the importance of adhering to established safety standards to prevent any unwanted accidents. For the record, Phase 1 of the KUTS project involves 3 main routes, the blue, red and green lines, covering a total of 31 stations. Sarawak Metro has previously announced that all 3 routes are scheduled to be fully operational by the end of 2027. The Department of Statistics Malaysia DOSM reported that in July 2024, export prices fell by 0.6% to 150.2 points from 151.2 points in June, while import prices rose by 0.3% to 130.4 points. In the July 2024 External Trade Indices report, Chief Statistician to the Sri Dr. Muhammad Uzair Mahidin attributed the decline in export prices to decreases in mineral fuels, animal and vegetable oils, fats and miscellaneous manufactured articles. DOSM said the increase in the Import Unit Value Index was due to an increase in the index of mineral fuels and food. The department added the Import Volume Index edged up by 11.3% in July 2024 as compared to June 2024 due to the increase in the index of food, machinery and transport equipment as well as manufactured goods. Meanwhile, Malaysia's terms of trade slipped by 0.9% month-on-month to 115.2 points in July 2024, driven by decreases in the index of mineral fuels, animal and vegetable oils and fats, as well as miscellaneous manufactured articles. Covering the ongoing conflict in Gaza has become increasingly perilous for journalists amid the Israeli ground assault. They face constant threats from airstrikes, disrupted communications, severe supply shortages, and frequent power outages. Since the conflict erupted in October last year, many journalists have tragically lost their lives in the line of duty. Yesterday, journalist Mohammed Abdul Rabo and his sister Samia Abdul Rabo were killed in airstrikes on the Gaza Strip. As of today, at least 116 journalists and media workers are confirmed among the over 40,000 killed, marking this as the deadliest period for journalists since Committee to Protect Journalists (CPJ) started collecting data in 1992.
نقول عن هذه الحادثة ندين ونستنكر ما قام به الاحتلال الإسرائيلي وندعو المجتمع الدولي لأخذ إجراءاته لحماية الصحفيين في قطاع غزة على أثر هذه الحادثة.
The Health Ministry in Hamas-run Gaza reported that at least 40,476 people have been killed in the war between Israel and Palestinian militants, now in its 11th month. The toll includes 41 deaths in the previous 24 hours, according to ministry figures, which also lists 93,647 people as wounded in the Gaza Strip since the war began when Hamas militants attacked Israel on October 7, 2023. China expressed willingness to engage with the UN Human Rights Office on the situation in Xinjiang, but rejected any efforts to criticize its policies. The UN Rights Office warned that problematic policies persist in Xinjiang 2 years after its report suggesting possible crime against humanity in the region.
中国愿在相互尊重的基础上，同联合国人权高专办开展建设性交流与合作。 我们认为，人权高专办应公正、客观、履职，尊重各国的主权，尊重客观事实，同各国开展建设性对话与合作，自觉抵制人权政治化和搞分裂对抗的行径，不要被图谋遏制、抹黑中国的政治势力利用。
China has been accused of detaining over 1 million Uyghurs and other Muslim minorities in Xinjiang, allegations that Beijing strongly denies. This week, the OHCHR called on Chinese authorities to conduct a thorough review on legal requirements related to national security and counter-terrorism, as well as to protect minorities from discrimination. Wrapping up the Nightline, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer met with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz in Berlin to discuss a new partnership, his first bilateral trip since taking office. Starmer aims to rebuild post-Brexit trust with European allies and will also visit Paris.
After the meeting, the two leaders agreed that a new treaty between two countries would aid a wider post-Brexit reset between the UK and the EU. Starmer described the planned treaty as a once-in-a-generation chance and part of a wider reset in relations with the EU. Scholz said he welcomes Starmer's intention to seek a reset in the relationship to the European Union.
This treaty is part of a wider reset, grounded in a new spirit of cooperation, with our shared understanding that this will be developed at pace and that we hope to have agreed it by the end of the year.
A key pillar of the UK's wider reset with Europe, it will build on a bilateral defence agreement currently being negotiated and expected to be finalised later this year. Downing Street said it is aimed at boosting business and trade, deepening defence and security cooperation, and increasing joint action on illegal migration.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Dato'! Semua mula! Dalam semua episod Agrotech Heroes, pastinya ada cabaran-cabaran. Kami nak mempersiapkan anda semua sebagai ikon petani moden.
Siapakah yang bakal menjadi ikon pertanian moden? Saksikan Heroes kita berekap di Agrotech Heroes. Hanya di TVS.